and options side of things, right? Everybody which I have heard of, talks about futures and options, right? The whole logic of futures and options is that it is very, very lucrative. It is extremely lucrative. It can make a lot of money. But please understand that in the stock market, if you are not cognizant of the risks associated with trading, right? जैसा ज्यादा पैसा मिलेगा वैसा ज्यादा पैसा भी जाएगा. Okay? So unless you become a confident trader, जब तक आपको ठीक से ट्रेडिंग नहीं समझ में आता, my advice to you is पहले सीख तो लो and then go into bigger things, right? क्या होता है, people want to make a quick buck. ऐसा लगता है कि ट्रेडिंग ऐसा जगह है जहां पे हम बहुत पैसा बना सकते हैं. प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट द स्टॉक मार्केट इज नॉट अ कैसीनो. ये कोई गैम्बलिंग का अड्डा नहीं है. इट्स एन एग्जैक्ट साइंस. It's an exact science filled with patterns and signals, right? Trust me that the
So
stock
sorry
market.
to interrupt.
Yep.
I am making the host, so we have all access to control it. Okay.
I'm already the host. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah. I can see
Okay.
your screen.
Then kindly don't interrupt the flow. Thank you. Okay. Now the whole logic here is that in your life you must have thought a lot of times ki, boss, why don't I get opportunities? I want to make a lot of money. I want to do something big in life. I want to do lots of things. मुझे बहुत कुछ करना है, right? But मुझे opportunity नहीं मिलता है, right? Can you please imagine that the stock market is a place, trading is a place where you will get opportunities every single day, and not once, multiple times, right? But you need to know how to trade. That is what is most important. Okay, most of my students basically come back and tell me कि sir ऐसा है, मैं जब भी कुछ खरीदता हूं, whenever I buy anything, it always falls. The whole market is manipulated. Something is wrong with the market. Can you please understand one simple thing, that अगर आप ऊपर खरीद रहे हो, if you're buying at the top, it will fall, ना? If you're buying at the wrong place, you will get burned. So you need to take a trade basis some logic, some underlying logic. कुछ तो होना चाहिए basis which you took a trade, right? If you just go ahead and take a trade, most of you must be taking a trade. Why? मेरा दोस्त ने मुझको बोला, मेरा दोस्त ने बोला जाओ भैया जोमैटो खरीद लो. No, not Zomato, Paytm is the favorite nowadays, right? Paytm खरीद लो, बहुत पैसा बनेगा. Buy Paytm, you will make a lot of money. And then Paytm started falling. Can you go back to your friend and ask him, boss, you gave me a suggestion on buying Paytm. I have lost a lot of money. Please return my money. Will that friend return your money? He'll say, "Arey boss, market hai. Who told you to listen to me?" So the whole aspect of trading is to first learn, first know. अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है क्या करना है, तो फिर आप कैसे पैसे बनाओगे? How will you make money if you know nothing, right? Now the whole logic is that you need to know two things. One, where to enter the trade, and second, also where to exit the trade, right? What people do, buy, it is going up, people are very happy, and then suddenly, it will fall. All that money which you thought was a profit, all now becomes a paper profit, a notional profit, because you never booked the profit. Right? So you bought Burger King at 150, it went all the way to 200. You are very happy that you earned 50 rupees per share, and now it is back to 140 or lower. I don't know what is the current rate. And so that profit which was there of 50 rupees is now a loss of 10 rupees. Who's to blame? We are to blame because we did not exit at the right time. अब सोचो, अगर हम लोग को ये नहीं पता है कहां पे ट्रेड अंटर करना है और कहां पे निकलना है, दोनों ही बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू लर्न, राइट? अब लॉजिक ये आता है कि मार्केट में होता क्या है. तीन चीज होता है, आइदर इट कैन गो अप और इट कैन गो डाउन और इट कैन रिमेन साइडवेज, है ना? या तो ऊपर जा सकता है, या नीचे जा सकता है, या साइडवेज रह सकता है, यानी कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा है. तीन ही तो है. प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ मेकिंग मनी इज 33%, वन आउट ऑफ द थ्री, राइट? How difficult is it to make money in the share market? नॉट डिफिकल्ट एट ऑल. द प्रॉब्लम हाउएवर इज कि जब वो ऊपर जा रही है, राइट, तब लोग हमको डर लगता है कि और नहीं नहीं नहीं, अब तो ये जैसे अभी किसी ने कहा शेयर योर न्यूज, प्रियांशी हैज रिटन शेयर योर व्यूज ऑन निफ्टी. We'll talk about Nifty a little later, but the view of Nifty is कि इतना ज्यादा जिगड़ी पिगड़ी कर रहा है, इतना वोलेटिलिटी है, टेंशन में आदमी यही सोचेगा कि if I buy right now, what if Nifty falls, right? And so from 16,800 it went all the way to 17,300, and we were sitting and saying, अरे नहीं जाएगा नहीं जाएगा, मर जाएगा, nothing will happen, we lose our money. So we did not take a trade. And then at 17,300 we went and jumped in and took a trade, and the market fell. Okay, it came back to 16,800. So either way, we did not make money, we lost a lot of money, right? Now comes the point where people states that the share market is a bubble. The share market is something which will, we lose a lot of money, a lot of all negativity which I can hear of. So let me tell you, when the market was at 12,600, approximately 12,300, from there, Nifty fell from 12,300 in that first lockdown. जब मोदी जी आके बोले ना कि सब कुछ बंद, लॉकडाउन, right? The market crashed to somewhere like 7,600 level. हाँ, somewhere around that. 7,600, world खत्म, market मर गया, हम तो खत्म हो गए, right? So everybody said it's a bubble. From there, the market recovered, went all the way back to 12,300, 12,600, and then all the way to 18,600. So where was it a bubble? Right? So what you need to understand is that if you are there in the market for the long haul, don't keep jumping in and out of the market, right? The market is not time pass. The market is something which you need to respect. Trust me, if you respect the market will respect you, and you will always make money. अगर आप मार्केट की कदर करोगे, आप मार्केट को रेस्पेक्ट करोगे, तो मार्केट हमेशा आपको रेस्पेक्ट करके आपको पैसे देगी, राइट? अब हम कहते हैं कि हम लोग क्या है, हम लोग ट्रेडर है, हम लोग इन्वेस्टर है, वी आर स्विंग, वी आर पोजिशनल, लॉट ऑफ jargon which is there. The whole logic is that we are something or the other. Now, what are we? We'll try to understand it in a coming slide. Okay, but let me go back for a moment and first introduce myself. My name is Amit Chakravarti. I was the senior vice president of Bank of America. I was the head of 4 countries, right? India, Costa Rica, Philippines, and Mexico. I traveled all over the globe. I've stayed in the US, done everything. In 2014, I quit Bank of America. I said, "Arey, bahut ho gaya." Then I became a consultant. Okay, I was an advisor. I was an advisor for Indigo Airlines, right? Indigo जो आज है वो तब था नहीं. When I was, trying to set them right. काफी कुछ अच्छा. And I'm talking only from an IT perspective. I'm basically an IT guy. ठीक है? So which means that अभी technical पूछा ना किसी ने, मीनाक्षी, हाँ, technical background. Nothing. Technical background होना, logical background, right? As somebody who has done engineering, I am a person with a lot of practical knowledge, right? But what is important in the market? It's basically discipline. हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, हम टेक्निकल हो सकते हैं, कॉमर्स के हो सकते हैं, आर्ट्स के हो सकते हैं, कुछ भी नहीं किए हो सकते हैं. Most of the people who are extremely successful in the stock market are basically the Gujaratis from Gujarat, and most of them are 10th pass or 12th pass. Okay, so it is not only about a knowledge or an education or a degree which you have which will make you successful. It is not about English. राइट, बहुत अच्छा अंग्रेजी बोल रहा हूँ, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं यूएस में रह चुका हूँ, लंदन में रह चुका हूँ तो बहुत अच्छा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इट इज अबाउट लर्निंग, और यही सीखना हमारा काम है. और बगैर सीखे हम अगर सोचेंगे कि नहीं नहीं हम जाके ऐसे ही कुछ पैसे डालेंगे और हम लोग सिक्सर मारेंगे, ऐसा नहीं होता है. ठीक है? सो आई हैव बीन अ फुल टाइम स्टॉक मार्केट ट्रेडर सिंस 2017. तो लोग कहेंगे कि अरे इतना बड़ा, मतलब 4 कंट्री का हेड, ये सब. Boss, there is a difference, nasha, in the share market, right? You're not answerable to anybody. At the end of the day, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to set up your own business, this is as good as day job you can have. You want to earn, you can earn substantially more. Remember that when you're in a job, you can only earn a salary, right? It's only when you're an entrepreneur can you really make. I am speaking in English, Murthy, right? It will switch between Hindi and English. Okay, so that all of you can understand. I'm trying to speak in both. So as an entrepreneur, you will become a person who can make or create wealth, right? as a salaried person, it's always only a job. No, it's about something which one can think of, and look at the risk associated with it. We talk about job security, and hence we want to have a consistent flow of income. Well, you know what? The whole thing one has to realize is that there is nothing called as job security. It is income which is more important, and hence we all have to focus on how we can make income. So, is the stock market only for people who want to be full-time traders? No, it is not. You can be a full-time trader, or you can also take it as a supplementary income, right? You want to have an additional source of income. सबने वॉरेन बुफे का नाम सुना होगा, राइट? वॉरेन बुफे ने ये कहा था कि जब आप नौकरी कर रहे हो, when you are doing a job, it's very good, but at the same time, start working on an alternative source of income, right? To the extent where that alternative source of income, वो जो alternative source of income है, becomes more than what your salary is. और जिस दिन आप वो कर सकोगे ना, तो आप रिटायर कर सकोगे. In effect, I am 52 today, right? Actually speaking, I retired at 50, right? So आप ये सोचो कि अगर आपका घर चलाने के लिए आपके पास अच्छा खासा पैसा है, आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो won't you love to do what you want, right? But I am not telling you guys to give up on your job. Please continue with your job and try building it as an alternative source of income. Okay? And those are methodologies. आप सोचो कि हम ये कैसे कर सकते हैं, कौन सा कर सकते हैं, क्या कर सकते हैं. One size does not fit all, right? Everybody will have a different psyche, everybody will have a different methodology, but at the end of the day, remember that the stock market is such a place where if you do a great job, you will make a lot of money. Okay? If you are going to be cocky and over smart, you will lose a lot of money, right? Respect the market will respect you. Okay, so people ask this question. I'll just state and I'll talk about it in detail at the end, where we have two courses. One is to how to become a successful trader, and B is the futures and options trading. My feel or my belief is कि जब तक आपको ट्रेडिंग नहीं आता, जब तक आपको पता नहीं है how to take trades, until you don't know how to trade, do not just jump into futures and options, right? People feel and they tell that बहुत पैसा होता है. It takes some time before you can really be profitable. Okay, so there is no hurry, there is no urgency. Neither is the market going anywhere, nor are we going anywhere. Please be patient, please be disciplined. You will always make a lot of money. But if you are in a hurry, if you feel that it's a casino, you will always lose a lot of money. Okay. And other than that, what we have is also a handholding which is done. We have a WhatsApp group. We have a lot of my students and me who are there we keep calling out and we keep giving trades. And hence, this is the concept of collaborative trading where when you are trading alone, now you're always fearful, right? And you're looking for tips. And here we are very good traders where we are, talking about, देखो ये देखो अच्छा जा रहा है. This is going well. Look at it. And since everybody is getting the same kind of understanding about the market, the same kind of training, you are able to make a lot of profits. Okay. Now, what you need to think of, which is rule number one in your life, in the stock market, in this journey, is that you can always have four things in the market. Can everybody hear my voice or there's a problem? Amit Kumar Dubey says कि आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Guys, can you hear me? सुनाई दे रहा है? Sumit Singh says, okay, audible. ठीक है, अमित अपना चेक कर लो, मेरा तो ठीक है. Okay, so now there are four things. Okay, guys, I got it. So there are four things, और ये सबसे simple rule है in the market, सबसे simple. और हम क्या करते हैं? We don't follow these rules, right? What is very simple? There are four things which can be there in the market. Big profit, small profit. I'm here. If you can see the slide. Small loss and big loss, right? If you ensure that the loss doesn't happen, that you never have a big loss, you will always be profitable. ये life का philosophy है, right? We all want to start by hitting 4 and 6s. चौका मारो, छक्का मारो. Boss, please understand that even Sachin Tendulkar, when he went into batting, right? पहला वो टकाक defense करता था. He used to first make out the pitch. राइट, यूज्ड टू स्टेट कि पहला ना छोटा मार्बल जैसा दिखता है बॉल, मार्बल लुक्स लाइक अ मार्बल, राइट. That is what it is until you learn properly. So first make out the market, start by hitting 1 run and 2 runs, and that is your small profit, right? 1 run 2 run, छोटा छोटा profit. लॉस होगा ऐसा नहीं है, लॉस नहीं होगा, डेफिनेटली होगा, राइट. टू minimize, how do you minimize your loss? By having a stop loss. All of you should always take a trade with a stop loss. Make it a rule that a stop loss is mandatory for you. स्टॉप लॉस अनिवार्य है, मैंडेटरी, राइट. जब भी ट्रेड लो स्टॉप लॉस के साथ लो. अब सोचोगे क्या बकवास है, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, बट यू विल लर्न इन योर लाइफ that if you are a disciplined trader, you know the philosophies of trading and you know do it properly. बहुत सारी चीज है इन ट्रेडिंग. व्हाट एंड द हाउ, क्या ट्रेड लेना है और कैसे ट्रेड लेना है, दोनों तो इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट. That is also what is called as risk management and capital management. बहुत सारी चीजें in the market. अब आप सोचो, all of you, just think for a moment. Let's say all of us undergo training and we learn about the stock market. ठीक है? Do you think that we'll all be successful? The answer is actually no, right? Because knowledge is not enough. Because if all of us just had knowledge, तो हम सभी मतलब दुनिया में सब मल्टी बिलियनर होते थे, right? Everybody would have been great. So other than the knowledge, it's also about the hand holding. It is very, very important to build your mindset. The psychology of trading is extremely important, right? What does this mean? Simple. I buy a share at 100. ठीक है? एक बार मैंने 100 में खरीदा, it goes up by 2 rupees. We feel, गंगा नहा के आए, very, very happy, we are in a profit and we exit the trade. ₹2 profit, we exit the trade and then it will go running 110, 120, 130 भागे जा रहा है, right? And when that share actually we buy it at 100 and it falls down to 98, we will not sell. It falls down to 90, we'll say paltega, paltega, paltega. It will turn, it will turn, it will turn. Then it falls to 80, right? If we had had a stop loss at 95, we would have exited at a small loss. But we have come down to 80, which means we have fallen to a big loss, right? And hence it is very, very important that you will not always take the right trades. Our level of accuracy, if it is at 80, we are a fantastic trader, right? 8 times out of 10, we will do a good trade, okay? Sometimes we'll have a small profit and sometimes we'll have a big profit, okay? However, if we in this balance 2 trades, मैंने कहा 80%, तो 8 और 2, right? 20%. We may be wrong, right? But if you manage that 20% with a small loss, right? Our 8 times of profit, small profit and big profit will far exceed the small loss and hence will be profitable. Please remember that in a trading month, there are 22 days. Effectively, pakad lo, chalo, let's say 20 days we have traded, okay? Whether we are a full-time trader, if we are a full-time trader. The whole logic here is that even if we do that, simple concept, if your number of profits are more than your number of losses, you will be profitable. People do not stick to this simple rule, right? ये आप एक बार सब लोग सोच के देखो, please think about it. You will learn that as beginners, since you're there in this webinar for beginners, most of you have the same problem, that you're only consistently losing money, right? Reason being that you are just trying to play the market. Don't try to play the market. Try to be profitable. Play yourself. You can't change the market, but you definitely can change yourself. Okay? And so, people who come for any kind of wanting to be conversant with the market or wanting to gain knowledge, anything at all. क्या होता है, ट्रेडिंग का एक जर्नी है. हर एक जर्नी ऑफ अ ट्रेडर में बड़ा सिंपल है. यहाँ पे देखिए, सब लोग आते हैं और कहते हैं स्टार्टिंग में व्हेन यू टेक अ ट्रेड यू विल हैव सम गुड प्रॉफिट्स, राइट? ऐसे मटका लग गया, बिगिनर्स प्रॉफिट. इट्स लाइक अकिन टू गोइंग टू अ कैसीनो. अगर आप लोग कैसीनो गए हो, स्टार्टिंग में हमेशा वो स्लॉट बेचना टकाक टकाक, हमेशा पहले प्रॉफिटेबल होता है. उसके बाद सब पैसा, मतलब यू गो इन विद $10, और आपका मतलब 10 से 20 हो जाता है, बाय द टाइम यू कम आउट योर -100. दैट्स हाउ द स्टॉक मार्केट इज इफ यू प्ले इट लाइक अ कसिनो. बट इफ यू वेर टू बी डिसिप्लिन, आप देखोगे इट इज वेरी प्रॉफिटेबल. सो क्या होता है, बिगनर्स लक फिनोमेनन, वी मेक मनी एंड देन धार धार वी स्टार्ट लूजिंग मनी. लॉस ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस एंड मनी, राइट. बेकार है मार्केट, बहुत ही फालतू चीज है. इट इज, you know what we all do in our life? What we all do in our life is we blame everybody. Balaji, let me repeat, I will be switching between both English and Hindi because we have people who understand only English and understand only Hindi. Okay? So bear with me. Now, loss of confidence and money. क्या होगा? We'll think, अरे, the market is manipulated. There are operators. There are people who are, there to take our money. सबको कोसो. Blame everybody. There is one person we don't blame, and that one person is ourselves, right? Then we start thinking, what do we think? We think there is something related to insider trading. The people in this market who make money are basically people who have got insider knowledge. They get these tips. ये खबर आती है उनके पास. That is how they make money. So we then go around looking for what are those sources, where can we get all these pieces of information. We waste our time doing that, right? फिर हमको क्या लगता है, उसके बाद हमको लगता है कि जरूर कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है. There are softwares which give you signals, magic signals. Shum, ये अब ऊपर जाने वाली है. The share is going to shoot up. This is going to shoot down, right? We start looking for those softwares. We are trying to look for that holy grail, magical mantra, the magic wand. We waste our time doing that, right? Please understand that the magic is in ourselves. It is what our knowledge is. It is what we do, what we, go through. How do we manage ourselves? How do we manage our position? That is what makes us profitable, right? There is nothing like a magic mantra. There is no magic. You will find one thing which is very important in the stock market, and that is hard work. A lot of hard work is required in the market. बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत करना पड़ता है. अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं मार्केट में बैठ गया और आई जस्ट गो एंड से ये भागने वाला है, this share is going to run. No, that is not the way it is done. It is because a lot of time is invested in analyzing the stock market, in analyzing the shares, right? And that is why we end up getting very, very profitable trades. Okay? So we then come. So this is, I am here, I think. I am here, matlab you are here. Okay? Where reading books. The problem with all those mediums is basically they are one-sided. I'll just pause for a moment. It says my internet connection is unstable. Okay, it's back. Okay, the whole problem is when we try to find a shortcut, the shortcut is only something which is leading us to disaster. Shortcuts हमको हमेशा खाई के तरफ ही लेके जाता है, right? तो अब ये लॉजिक यहां पे आ जाता है कि we need to learn, and when we learn, we do a consolidation of skills, we reach a break even phase. अब देखो कि बहुत मजेदार है, उसके बाद भी पैसा नहीं कमा रहे, बट पैसा गवाना कम कर देते हैं. We start doing a break even. We win some, we lose some, but more or less we are at a break even. और अभी भी लगता है कि क्या हो गया, what is wrong with me? The reason for that is the mindset or the discipline. Every time you go and do a mistake, you will lose a lot more money than you make money, right? And that is what happens with traders. And then you basically will go with what I call as adoption of a trading plan, exponential profit. It will keep going up. You have to be patient. It is a journey. The overnight. It will keep going on and on and on and on. And you can basically cut short your journey by making it faster, or you can basically keep making mistakes or committing mistakes. Continuously mistake करते रह सकते हो until you become profitable, right? Now it is your choice. So इसलिए you have to learn, you have to build up your confidence, you have to, build up your trading system, and then you will reach it. कि आपने ट्रेड ले ली, टेंशन नहीं, ऊपर टारगेट, नीचे स्टॉप लॉस, एंड देन घूमने चला गया, ऐसे स्क्रीन के ऐसे चिटक के बैठने की कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है, बिकॉज यू आर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योर ट्रेड. आपने कोई कारण से ट्रेड लिया होगा, और ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने राम भरोसे ट्रेड लिया होगा. यू आर नॉट जस्ट ट्राइंग टू go ahead and take any kind of an impulsive trade. You are taking it based on sound logic, you are taking it basis a conviction, you are taking it basis your knowledge and whatever analysis you have done. और उसके बाद आप देखोगे that you will be very successful in your trade. You are 80% or more, 90%. The consistency will keep coming up because you are doing a lot of homework. Okay, and here you start then building and reaching that stage of, as I stated, the alternative source of income, etc. पहुंच जाओगे. It's all possible. ठीक है? So now comes the point that whatever we are discussing or whatever we teach, it is applicable to all aspects of trading. So trading can be done in equity, right? Stock, as who had asked. My voice is lagging. Jatin, there was an internet connection problem. It will become okay. Okay. Can everybody hear it properly, or is anybody facing a challenge? Because I see that the internet connection is stable now. अब सबको ठीक लग रहा है कि प्रॉब्लम है? Okay now, ठीक है. Yeah, so don't worry. बीच-बीच में internet plans or does play hooky, so it's okay. Okay, so we can do it in equity, we can do it in currency, we can do it in commodities, and also cryptocurrency, right? मैं ये जरूर कहूंगा कि I do not trade in cryptocurrency because I don't believe in it, but I know that a lot of my young friends, my millennial friends, love the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, etc., and they keep burning money in it, right? So to each one his own or her choice, जो भी आपको सही लगे. But whatever we are going to learn, or whatever we are going to learn, whatever I teach, is basically the fundamentals are the same for any asset class, any underlying asset class. ठीक है? And finally, there is the next leg, which is basically what is called as derivatives, which is called as futures and options. Okay, and I again reiterate the fact, मैं फिर से ये दोहराता हूँ कि फ्यूचर एंड ऑप्शंस तभी कीजिएगा व्हेन यू आर अ लिटिल कॉन्फिडेंट. आपको क्या लगता है ऑप्शन सबसे ज्यादा लुक्रेटिव होता है? ऑप्शन इज वन प्लेस वेयर 10 रुपया का 40 रुपया मिल सकता है दिन में, राइट? या 1 लाख का 4 लाख बन सकता है, या ज्यादा बन सकता है, आराम से बन सकता है इन ऑप्शंस. एंड कैपिटल बहुत कम लगता है, बहुत ही लुक्रेटिव है, यही लोगों को दिखता है. बट लेट मी टेल यू, जो भी ऑप्शंस ट्रेडिंग करता है पहले जल के राख हो जाता है. दे गेट बर्न्ड सो मिजरेबली दैट दे अल्टीमेटली गिव अप ऑन द स्टॉक मार्केट. दे क्विट. They don't quit because they are frustrated. They quit because their capital is zero now. They have burned everything, right? So boss, पहले capital को build करो, learn to fight another day, learn to live for another day, and if you don't, then this is not the here. Whenever you go without proper risk management, you will always get burnt. ये याद रखिए, ठीक है? So, what are the different types of trading? एक होता है डिलीवरी और कैश एंड कैरी, which most of you must be doing as beginners, कि खरीदो पूरा पैसा देके, and so if you're buying Reliance is at 2500, we'll buy 10 shares 2500, 25,000 maybe. Okay, the other aspect, which is a very big aspect of trading, is also what is called as margin trading. Margin trading is possible in day trading. How many people do day trading? Lot of you. Some people also do FNO. Now margin, you can basically, in margin base, what happens is you get what is called as leverage. So let's say if you have 1 lakh, you can go and do trading worth 5 lakhs. Okay, so that is what the whole thing around margin trading is. Okay, so this is a big aspect of trading one should know. And also remember, when the market goes up, we are basically calling it a bull market, and we are long. We buy and then we sell. There is another concept of trading which is called shorting, right? Now, if the market is falling, you can also sell without having the shares, and you can buy at the bottom. This is called shorting, which means that the market gives you an opportunity to make money when it goes up or when it goes down, right? So will we be sad? No, we are still happy. Minal, that is part of the whole trading. Okay, hold on, internet connection is unstable. Trading, to explain, the stock market basically gives you, or not the stock market, it's more of the broker. So let's say we are using Zerodha. Let me stick to Zerodha for the purposes of ease. So you are using Zerodha or Upstocks or Grow or ICICI or Share, anybody. Okay? All these brokers. So if you are doing an intraday trade, let's take a simple example, intraday trade. Okay, let me give an example. In intraday trade, and remember, intraday trade means that I have to exit my position today itself. आज खरीदा आज ही बेचना है. I have to exit the trade by today. Okay. In intraday trade, what happens is, again taking the example of Reliance. So let's say I buy 10 shares of Reliance. 2500 का रेट पकड़ते हैं, 2500 into 10, it means that I spend 25,000. This same trade, okay, I can do it at 5,000. We'll do it offline, or you can Google what is margin trading. Given that we have quite some pieces which I want to cover, we'll not get stuck here. Okay. If you have time, we'll take it again. But margin trading, just for your consumption, is something which makes it very, very, very profitable for traders, right? And that is where, and also risky, because if Reliance were to go against you, you can make a lot of loss also. Okay. So now comes, what are the different types of traders, or the main types of traders? You have intraday traders. Because of this margin trading, if you have time and if you are like me, a full-time trader, then you can be a intraday trader, because you need far less capital when you do intraday trading. The risk is also significantly higher. Both ways, risk in terms of making money, risk in terms of losing money. Obviously, when it's making money, it's not a risk. I'm happy to make a lot of money due to intraday trading. Okay. Then you have swing trading. Swing trading basically is a delivery kind of trading where you feel, let's say, State Bank of India, the results are coming out next week. Okay. Next week, it is coming out on Friday. I'm just hypothetically stating. So I go ahead and buy State Bank because I feel that State Bank is going to do very well. Why is it going to do well? Because all ICICI, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, they all came out with phenomenal results. So I feel State Bank is also going to come out with very good results, right? And so I go ahead and buy. So this is a swing trade. A swing trade is basically for, let's say, 2 to 7 days, right? Before the event, I sell it off. Acha upar bhag raha, because everybody is running after this share related to the whole aspect of results. Okay? So this is a swing trade. Okay? Then another way in which we do trading is basically what is called as positional trading. Positional trading क्या है? Okay, अब COVID खत्म हो रहा है, all this Omicron thing is going to get over, and people are going to start traveling again. So most of the travel in India is basically done by train, not by flights, right? So which means that IRCTC, which has got a monopoly in terms of the railway booking, ये भागेगा. So this is basically a position. So which I feel that for the next 3 to 6 months, IRCTC is going to do very well. Okay, so I go ahead and take a positional trade. ऊपर जा रहा है, ऊपर जा रहा है, ऊपर जा रहा है, which is very good for me, right? I'm just giving examples. Don't take this as something which is a recommendation. Okay, but this is kind of a positional trade. Okay, then you have investors. Investor मतलब मैंने Infosys खरीद लिया. Buy right, sit tight. ये भागते बैठा, right? But remember, buy right, sit tight doesn't mean that you do not look at your portfolio. You should always look at your portfolio at least once a day. Every day एक बार दिखना है. क्योंकि you will also have shares like Yes Bank, you'll have shares like Unitech, you'll have shares like India Goods also, जो गिर के छातू हो गया, right? So buy right, sit tight ऐसा नहीं है. वो buy right, but always keep checking. If suppose you feel that always have a stop loss. Even if it's an investment you have done, अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा गिरा है, you may want to exit out. ठीक है? And finally comes the papa, the big papa of trading, which is called futures and options. Most of the people who are traders, experienced traders, they go into F&O. अब क्या है, गेम बड़ा है, बहुत बड़ा है, बहुत ज्यादा पैसा बनाने का स्कोप होता है इन F&O. खोने का भी होता है, but then if I am a stupid trader, then I will not do F&O, right? But if I am an experienced trader, then I will definitely do F&O, क्योंकि मेरा पैसा बहुत ज्यादा बनता है उसमें, right? So having said that, I always state कि पहले ठीक से सीख लो और फिर F&O करो. पहले ही F&O में कूदो और पैसे जलोगे, doesn't make sense. Always, wait until you feel that your confidence is very high. Okay, do not take unnecessary risk. Very, very important. Okay. Okay, now some aspects of which I've mentioned, I'm not going to waste time. There are basically, the main exchanges of India are National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. National Stock Exchange ka the index is basically called Nifty, and that's why I keep saying Nifty. And Sensex is basically the index of the Bombay Stock Exchange. I'm not going to go into detail here. If you want to read up more, go to Zero University and read Module 1. उसमें काफी basic knowledge है. Okay, let me put it here so that you can see Zero Varsity. Okay. Zero Varsity, which is mentioned here. Okay. Where can I type it? Okay. Okay, no problem. Zero the Varsity. It's not, for some reason, I'm not able to put it on the chat. Okay, so if you are looking for data sources, then your good websites are the NSE India website, Money Control. Money Control, I feel for all of you, please go ahead and download Money Control on your mobile. Amazing depth of information which is available. Okay. So now we will come to okay. Now we'll come to one aspect of what is basically the way to learn trading. So there are two things which are there in trading. One which is called as fundamental analysis, the other which is called as technical analysis. Okay. What is fundamental analysis? Fundamental analysis is basically doing research on a individual company, knowing everything related to the company, things like whether the company has a very good management, a strong balance sheet, what is the CAGR? CAGR is basically compounded annual growth rate. What is the kind of year on year, last 5 साल से कितना grow किया है, right? Studying that company, all the fundamentals of the company. What is the EBITDA? EBITDA is basically earning before income, depreciation, tax and amortization. Okay. So अगर हम लोग ये पकड़े कि कंपनी का स्टडी करो, right? And we look at the quarterly results. What is the kind of results which have come out, right? That basically is fundamental analysis. Now we listen to news. Now that is also part of fundamental analysis, right? We listen to news. I think Friday ko L&T has come out with its results, and L&T has come out with its results which says that the profit is lower than last time. Okay, last time matlab the last quarter or the similar quarter of the last year. ठीक है. So अब आप सोचोगे कि अरे L&T का तो रिजल्ट अच्छा नहीं है, L&T गिरने वाला है, right? L&T is going to fall. Now the problem is that if you are not able to interpret the data or the news, you will get burned. The reason is that what is the comparison? In that previous quarter which they are comparing with, at that time, L&T had got a single largest order, their lifetime single largest order of basically building the yes, Mohit. Basically, building the Gujarat, the Ahmedabad, the bullet train, वो order मिला था, right? So that is a one-time order. तो उससे हम ये. So the whole problem with fundamental analysis is that we do not know, right, how to interpret the news. That only comes with experience, and hence fundamental is difficult to teach. वो करते करते और बनते बनते आगे आता है. As we keep getting more and more conversant with the market, we get more and more better, right? Now the easier part, or the one where we all traders use, is technical analysis, the study of charts, right? And this is basically based on price action and volume, and hence our whole aspect of what we teach is based on technical analysis. Okay, we go through candlesticks. So what we do, we go ahead and first teach you ABCD, then we teach you words, then we teach you sentences, then paragraphs, right? And finally, we go ahead and stitch and write our whole essay, right? So let us look at before this. Okay, now this is basically a chart of Reliance. It's a one-day chart of Reliance. Everybody can see the chart? Yeah? Yes or no? Yes, okay, thank you. So everybody can see the chart. Now, if you see this chart, this is basically called an area chart, right? You can see that the price has gone down, price has gone up, whatever, right? Not very clear. However, if I see the same thing as a candlestick chart, now let me tell you from a visual identification, green means that it is going up and red means it's going down. And we'll teach or learn about candles in a moment. But now can you see that this is clearly telling me that this is going up, right? Let me make it bigger. See, beautifully it is going up. Green, green, green. Which may red bhi aayega. Remember that the share market or any stock does not go up, continuously. You will have reds in between. There will be retractions, no problem. But here you can see that the trend has been very, very in a beautiful uptrend. This is in a downtrend. Now this is sideways. There it was uptrend. Now it is in a downtrend. Okay. So this is basically how candlesticks help us to see what is the trade. Now what are candlesticks? Candlesticks basically, just remember OHLC. I'm just going to do a very short thing since it's a webinar. A very short thing on candlesticks, but this will tell you how to read candlesticks forever. So it is based on 4 parts. OHLC. Remember this: open, high, low, close. OHLC. Always remember OHLC in a candlestick. So the candle basically, this is the body of the candle, and this is what is called as the wick or the shadow or the tail of the candle, right? Upper wick, lower wick. It is written here also, right? So let's say this is a 15-minute candle. Okay. It's all automatic. It all comes up on your charting platform, trading platform. So when the market opens at 9:15, exactly at 9:15, whatever price the share. So let's say this is Reliance, it will log this price. Then in this 15-minute interval, it has gone up, 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 gone down, gone down, gone down, gone down, gone up, and then finally it has closed at this value. Okay. So at 15-minute candle means at 9:30 it has closed at this value. So which means now we have the body of the candle. Okay. So a green candle means that we are bullish, we are long, we are buyers. Okay. Or the market is a buyer, it has gone up. Similarly, a red candle, basically the difference is that the open is higher and the close is lower. High and low is English, high and low will still be the same. So what does the price action of the candlestick signify? It basically signifies the fight between the buyers and the sellers. Okay, it shows the fight between the buyers and the sellers. Here, 9:15, market opened, Reliance, the buyer jumped in and started buying, pushing it up. Then the sellers came and started selling, they pushed it down, wherever. There was a big tussle between both of them, and finally when the candle is formed, it shows that the buyers won. Okay, when you get a green candle, and so on with a red candle. You see here that the sellers one, right? So here, when we go into a full study of candlesticks, we'll see that the size of the candle basically signifies the strength or the momentum of the price action. So whenever the body is bigger, right, it shows that the buyers have been the winners until it moves the other way, and now here the trend reversal, right? Same here, the sellers were the winners, and then you have a trend reversal. Okay, so a lot of aspects of candlesticks which are there, which I am not going to go into detail. That's in our detailed course. But when you learn how to interpret candlesticks, trust me, you will be able to read any chart and analyze any share based on technical analysis. Right? Most of the times we feel, अरे मेरे को मोहित ने बोला कि जाके खरीद लो. क्या खरीद लो? हाँ, जाके खरीद लो हिमाद्री स्पेशलिटी केमिकल्स, भागने वाली है. The moment Mohit tells me go and buy Himadri, the first thing I should do is try to read the chart and do my own due diligence and see whether it makes sense or not. क्योंकि बाद में जब मैं मोहित को बोलूंगा मोहित ये तो ऊपर नहीं गया नीचे गया, मोहित बोलेगा अरे मार्केट है भाई, कुछ भी हो सकता है, right? Anything can happen in the market. So hence we have to learn so that we know what to do, right? But one of the biggest things which you need to know about the candlesticks is don't just look at candlesticks for it going up and down. The best place where we can utilize candlesticks is what is called as the reversal pattern. So when the whole share is falling, right? If we can identify, and that is what we teach, the reversal patterns, you will find that every time the share turns, right, there will be a reversal pattern. So this is called a hammer. Yahan pe it reversed, right? This basically is some kind of a morning star. This is where it reversed. Yes, RM, it will get shared later on. Okay, this is basically called something which is bullish harami. It has reversed. Similarly, on the upper side, this is called an evening star, right? So I am just, telling you that morning star, evening star, shooting star, bullish harami, bearish harami, all these bases are there. ये मैं अभी पढ़ा नहीं रहा हूं, ये मैं खाली बता रहा हूं कि what are the things which we are going to teach, right? In the webinar, that what are the things which we need to learn, right? So if you can learn what are the reversal patterns and you exactly know where to find the reversal patterns, you will be able to get great trades, right? But remember, just this will still not give us our great trade. We will take trades only when we have 2 or 3 conditions which are falling in line. If they all fall in line, that is where we get a good trade, right? So the whole thing is about learning about candlestick patterns. Okay, then we learn about volumes, right? Logic of volumes. If I am going to buy a share, or let's say if suppose Shri is going to buy a share of Reliance. So let's say her capital is X and Reliance matlab 2500. So she goes and buys 10 shares. I can buy more, so maybe I buy 100. But if suppose we are talking about a very big institution or a mutual fund, how many will they buy? They are going to buy like 5 lakh shares, right? Because they have got tens of thousands of crores in their kitty, right? So what if you were to know? What if you were to know where to look for, right? If you were to know where the smart money, this is called smart money, the big guys. If the big guys are trading in something, if we can know where to look for that, right? That is basically shown. So if I look at Reliance and I can go and put volume here. Right? So this black line is basically the average volume. So whenever the green is showing that this is very good buying volume and the red is showing selling volume. So if suppose you see that this is going above the average volume, it shows interest in the share, right? So it is going up, right? So we can use volume also as one of the parameters which we can use in our trading. Okay. Then very, very important is support and resistances. Okay, support and resistance basically helps us in terms of knowing how to look at exact levels. Now, let us just look at this for a moment. And let me draw some support and resistance levels. I'll make it red so that you can see it better. Okay, and draw some more. Okay, these are also called demand and supply zones. Now, what is magical with this? So let's say here the stock had a very good significant resistance, right? It fell down. And then again, when it came here, it thought here, and then it shot up, right? That same resistance which was there, right? It has broken the resistance and gone up. Now, see, funnily enough, why I'm showing this is when the share has fallen, Reliance, again it took support at mota moti the same level, right? So, if we can draw support and resistance very well, right, you will find that it is magical through the life cycle of the share. See this line, we are not seeing this, right? Right? So that is where I am stating that the share market is like a exact science. Okay, if we can draw and we know what to look for, you will find excellent aspects, right? And so what is important, if you have drawn the lines when it was here, and this is somewhere in बहुत पहले, right? हमने line draw करके छोड़ दिया. It would have given us, even in the current scenario, where the share is going to take support or it's going to face a resistance. Okay, so it is extremely important to be able to learn support and resistance, to be able to interpret how the share or the price action is going to move. Okay, so that is the next part of what we teach. And then similarly, we have what is called as the trend lines. Okay, so see this, if you draw a trend line here, something like this, and just adjust it a bit. So when the trend was broken, see it has crashed. Okay, so this is another way of how we also identify our trades, that whenever it breaks a trend line, okay, there is a fair chance of it. So lot of things like this which we are going to learn, which makes us a very good trader, right? Now remember, these are all like weapons in your arsenal. हम अलग-अलग चीजें add करते रहेंगे, right? We have one, so we first have, let's say, a small knife, then we have a pistol, then we have, and then we keep on building it up. We go to maybe a bazooka, an automatic gun, a bazooka, and so on and so forth, right? And we are able to, understand the market a lot better by looking at all these different things, and this helps us in taking trades, right? So, if we are looking at trend lines and this trend has broken, we'll say कि अच्छा ये तो एक share है. Let us look at another one, State Bank of India. Okay, I'm taking names which everybody knows, and I'm assuming people know Reliance and State Bank of India. अब यहाँ पे क्या दिख रहा है? Same. ये जो trend था, trend कटा, it fell down. Now, if I were to just go ahead and draw, यहाँ पे ये this is the high, lifetime high, right? And now it is slowly creeping up. State Bank. Okay, if it goes and crosses this line, it is going to shoot up. भागेगा ऊपर. लिख के ले लो. Same with Tata Motors. See, Tata Motors has got a very good level here. Poor guy has come up to this. Let's adjust it a bit. It has come here. Now remember here, the way we are looking at the chart is that this, when I do a mouse over, right, this is the 10th month of 2021, right? It again went up here, which is the 11th month of 20. So bichara gaya, it could not cross the resistance. Same here. Again, it has come till here. See, beautiful line in the sand. Lakshman Rekha goes till here and comes back. Whenever it breaks this line, Tata Motors will start the next leg of its journey. Okay, amazing. The way it is going to work. Okay, again, if you see here, just at this resistance, we also see a reversal pattern, right? You see a engulfing here, engulfing here. So Harbari, whenever you see, the story is there for us to see. There is a reversal pattern which is there. It always tells us where to enter and where to exit. यहाँ पे दिखा रहा था कि बॉस निकल जाओ क्योंकि ये पार नहीं कर पाएगा. So you would rather sell and वापस यहाँ पे भी लाइन ड्रॉ कर देते हैं. Right? एकदम टाइट उधर ही आके it has taken support. Let us go backwards in the life cycle of Tata Motors. Isn't it weird? This is in 2018, right? If you draw lines properly, you will find that it always tells you a story. If we know what story to go and read, we will always make money, right? So market itna koi difficult nahi hai. It is not something which is very, 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 intimidating or, like who said, do I need to be technical? Kuch nahi hai. It is based on logic. It is based on knowledge. You should do a lot of hard work to draw these lines, to go through all these patterns, and then see whether you can get a good trade or not. And we are there to help you. A lot of trades which we see is basically what is put up in the group, and hence you can also go ahead and take the same trade. Okay. Then the next part is chart patterns. Okay, this is what we go through in detail. What are the chart patterns? Chart patterns you must have heard. You must have heard of head and shoulders, bull flag, bear flag, cup and handle, double top, double bottom. Lot of these things which are there. The thing is to know what are these patterns and how they work. And anybody who gets these patterns or identifies these patterns in advance will get very good trades to jump and take. Okay, so the easiest is bull flag, bear flag, and double top, double bottom. Okay, just a quick synopsis of what it is. Whenever the share goes up and then it kind of consolidates, right? You can just draw a support and resistance line. Whenever it breaks out, you will get a good trade. Okay. Similarly, when it is falling down, in consolidates, you go and draw. Whenever it breaks down, you get a good trade. This is a very simple aspect of a bull flag and a bear flag. Okay. And then double top, double bottom. Basically, whenever it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. It has formed a double top, right? It will fall. So this is called the neckline, and this is called the top. It will fall utnai. It will fall. This beautiful trade will come to you, right? If you know how to identify it. Similarly, double bottom, it will give you a beautiful trade. Okay. So let us just go ahead and look. Let us look at Reliance again. See this. See this double bottom. Here you get a double bottom. Let me draw it for you. And you got this beautiful trade, right? Can we see anything else? Kind of, this is also a double top. And it fell, right? This is a bull flag. See this? This is the pole. This is the flag. Again, pole and flag. It consolidated and it jumped up. This is a bear flag. This is a pole and this is a flag, right? Again, Reliance is right now in another bear flag, pole and flag, right? So all these are basically learnings which when you go through and go. So, the patterns are something which are very, very useful for you to learn, okay? Which gives you very good trades. The next thing which we go through, and there are a lot of other chart patterns also, cup and handle, head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulders, then the triangles, symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle, descending triangle, rectangles, okay, rounded top, rounded bottom, wedges, pennants, right? So we teach all these different patterns. Okay, the next thing is which is what is called as indicators. There are two types of indicators. indicators which are oscillating, and the other which is basically indicators which are trending. Okay, now we can basically use these indicators to see. So when we see that the market is consolidating or it is basically oscillating, okay, and this is a trending market, we can select our indicators which will tell us what is going to happen. And again, indicators are very, very magical in nature. We should not overload our chart with too many indicators, but we should be able to use the right indicator at the right place. Let me tell you that there are thousands and thousands of indicators. The whole aspect of indicators is we need to know which are the right indicators to use and how to use them. If we can, just select the right kind of indicators, we will find extremely beautiful trades which we can get. Okay. So if you are looking at something which is the simplest of indicators called as the moving average, right? The moving average basically acts as a great support and resistance also, right? It is so many things which the moving average tells us. So let's again go back to our chart. Warren Buffett, nice name. Indicator most useful. I like Bollinger Bands and I like MACD. And I have a trading system which I have defined, which is based on a set of indicators or set of conditions, which basically gives us an accuracy of 80%. And that is actually part of the main course, where you can actually go ahead and look at how those combination of indicators are something which help us. So let me show you how to draw an indicator. Let's say, as I said, moving average. Moving average पहले लेते हैं, and by default it gives us 9. I'm going to change it to 50 and 20. Let's say 20, and I'm going to make 20 as green, some color of green, and make it a little thicker. I'm going to add one more moving average. Right. So moving averages basically give us a lot of messages. Now, this is moving average basically, just for a definition, is that it is the so these candlesticks, right? Okay. So when we do a moving average of 50, we are doing a daily moving average of 50 since we're looking at a daily chart. A daily moving average of 50 basically gives us the moving average of the last 50 candles. Similarly, 20 gives us the moving average of the last 20 candles. Now, one of the simplest ways of looking at moving average is that whenever, so that is why I've said red, 50 is red, and this is green is 20 moving average, this is green, right? So red is our bad guy and green is our good guy. Whenever the bad guy is above the green guy, okay, the share, so ulta kar diya ke? Wait, sorry. This has to be 50. Okay, sorry. Whenever the green guy is above the red guy, the share is bullish. And whenever it, basically, this is called the golden crossover. When the red guy is above the green guy, which means that whenever the faster moving average, okay, is above the slower moving average, the share is bullish. I don't use moving averages to take a trade, but this is just so we go into detailed understanding of what is moving averages. Now, since you asked the question, I'll just show you Bollinger Bands also. Okay, so why are Bollinger Bands? Bollinger Bands is basically an indicator which shows the boundaries in which the share can operate. Okay, it's a beautiful science. It is based on standard deviation. We'll not go into the maths of it, but see how beautiful it is, right? This is basically taking a standard deviation of 2 of a 20 moving average. Ye 20 hai. So again, I'm just going through it and just telling you how it is going to be used without explaining what it is. Okay, but just look at it. When it is at the top end of the Bollinger Band, you should be worried that it may fall down, and that is exactly what it did. When it is at the bottom end, and you see a reversal pattern, there is a good chance for it to recover and go up. Same here, right? Now it is showing a reversal right now. This is for Reliance. Same, let us look at Nifty. What is the view on Nifty? Right? Now look at Nifty right now. This is one day. Nifty upar gaya. Right? Here upar. When it has gone out of the envelope, it has fallen. Right? Here you see a reversal pattern, kind of a hammer. It has gone up. यहाँ पे at the top, here you see again a good reversal pattern. You see a bearish engulfing and it has fallen. Right now, I can see at the bottom a hammer and an inverted hammer. It is still showing signs of reversal. It is still not dead. Okay, so for people who said Nifty, kya hoga? You know, Nifty has got a chance of it going up right now, but uncertain because it is consolidating here. However, when I go to a larger time frame and look at Nifty, right? Weekly is not looking good at the moment. Okay, still cause for concern. And if I look at a larger time frame of monthly, monthly is okay because monthly is showing that it has been consolidating for the last 5 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 महीने से निफ्टी बेचारा यहाँ पे consolidate कर रहा है. It is range bound between this range. यहाँ पे से यहाँ पे. Okay, unless it breaks this range, it is not going to die. Okay, it will still remain alive. There is still a chance for it to go down. But if it breaks this range, then it will start a downward journey. Right now, we are still okay. Okay. So the whole aspect here is that we can look at a combination of all these learnings to be able to look at how to interpret either the Nifty or any share and look at how we can go ahead. Okay. So Bollinger Bands, like I said, you can define the year. There is also a great thing about the Bollinger Bands. I'll just show that once again for you, which is called as a Bollinger Squeeze. So here it is in a squeeze. Squeeze may it always erupts out. Okay, but it can be up or down, and that is where our next indicator comes in to help us look at whether it makes sense or not. But see, this was in a squeeze, it fell down and then it again went up. Now this is actually a monthly. Let us look at daily. Right here, the squeeze, it has erupted out. Great trade which it gave us. Right here also it came into a squeeze, nikal ke upar gaya. Right now it is not in a squeeze. Okay? So whenever the share goes into a squeeze, you can see aage kuch hone ko hai. Something big is going to happen. Okay. So again, these are learnings about how to utilize the indicators differently. Okay. One more indicator which we can look at is, let's say, RSI. RSI is relative. गलत जगह पे डाल दिया. Indicators. RSI. RSI is an indicator called as relative strength index. This basically shows whether it is in an overbought or an oversold condition. Okay. Now, standard definition of RSI is 20. So I normally like to change it to 60 and 40. Let me change this. Okay, for people who know RSI, change the readings to 60 and 40. It will help you better. It gives you better signals. Okay, so whenever these are the lines, whenever it is above the line, it is in an overbought condition. So it will either remain or it will fall down. So you look for it to enter, and now whenever it is in an oversold condition, it will start going up. Okay, this is how RSI is utilized. A very good indicator. It's an oscillating indicator which shows where to take a trade. Okay, but again, by itself, एक चीज देख के indicator देख के कभी trade नहीं लेते. We never take trades looking at just one thing. We do a combination to look at what helps us in the best possible way. Okay. There is one more which I like, which is stochastics, just to show it to you, which is very similar to RSI, but a little better in my opinion. It has got two lines, and here again it is showing that this is going to go up. Okay, it has fallen down dramatically. Now it shows it is going to go up. Chance of it reversal or Nifty reversal is here. Okay. Now, whole aspect of putting both these indicators does not make sense because they more or less show the same message. It is about which we are more comfortable with. There is MACD also. All of these indicators as a combination show us that here there is a chance of the Nifty reversing, and that is what we teach in terms of the trading system as to how to look at where we are going to look for trades. Okay. So here we feel that it is going to go up. So let's look at a share. Let us look at State Bank of India. Right? State Bank of India right now, if I look at a daily chart, it is not showing too much of, it is showing it's in an overbought condition. Right? So there is a chance of it falling. The moment I look at it, I feel ki nahi, it's a risk to buy right here. So this is the whole aspect which I stated that if you were to buy here, the chances and the probability of it falling are far higher than going up. Right? Why would I buy here? Then I start cribbing here. जब भी मैं कुछ खरीदता हूँ ना गिरता है. It is not showing a very good kind of probability of bullishness at the moment, right? So I will not touch State Bank at the moment. I'll go and trade in something else. Does anybody want to take a name of any share? We'll look at it. Sharda, that shot up a lot. Okay, let us first look at Sharda. Sharda Crop Chem. It, I think, shot up massively. Oh, क्या निकाला किसने निकाला भाई प्रियांशी भाई नहीं बहन लग रही है see this is the kind of so this was in a Bollinger Squeeze forever right and when it erupted boom big bang boom beautiful but the trade was here when we caught the trade here we would have made a lot of money this has jumped up from 360 to 601 superb okay but the bus has been missed right now I would be very for a fresh entry, I would be extremely careful to enter it. But if I bought it here, I would say I put a stop loss here. कि अब गिरा तो ठीक है. I'm still happy because I made a lot of profit. Okay. But right now और कितना जाएगा मुश्किल लग रहा है. Okay. Exide. Let's look at Exide. Exide battery company very good story due to the whole EV related theme which has been happening. But the market when it has fallen this time has basically said कि बहुत ज़्यादा भगा लिया, right? So right now looking good, not bad at all. It is above the 20 MA and this is also turning. So Exide is not in a great place but not in a bad place either. Okay. What else? IEX. Oh, one of my personal favorites. Indian Energy Exchange. Indian Energy Exchange is basically the exchange for the power companies or the power basically commodities, power as a commodity. Looking brilliant at the moment. Who has written IEX? Balaji. Balaji looking brilliant at the moment because it is power. It's a commodities. So here for trading in the power, this is looking good as a reversal and it's also in a oversold condition right now, which means that there is a chance for it to go up. Okay, IEX is looking good. I personally have a very big position on IEX as a disclaimer because I feel it's going to go up. LIC Housing Finance. LIC Housing Finance. Okay, NBFC. Oh, great jump. So see again, our whole concept of if we had caught it, if our webinar had been one day before, we would have got a great trade. Kya bhaga, LIC. I think excellent results. It jumped up by some massive, more than 10. Upper circuit ke upar gaya tha shayad. And then it has retracted a bit. Beautiful. And by the way, housing finance mein agar aap dekh rahe ho, to this guy also jumped up. Canfin Homes, right? Okay, TV18 broadcast, TV18 because of Reliance's big foray tie up with Robert Murdoch and one more guy. ये क्या आ गया? TV18. So they're good jump and now steam has come out of it and here not looking good. Stochastics not looking good. Okay. FSL लिखा था front source solutions, right? FSL. Very big investment of our friend Rakesh Junjunwala in this guy. Right now in a oversold condition, so there are chances of it going up. Very good. Hindalco. Metal stock did very well. Metals right now are not jumping a lot. So थोड़ा सा tired हो गया. But still not in a bad place. So right now I would hold on, but I would not take fresh positions in Hindalco. And aluminium prices had shot up through the roof, and hence Hind Aluminium was doing a great job. Right now, you guys may want to focus on nickel stocks. ढूंढ लो nickel कौन करता है? Reason for that is that nickel is one of the biggest components of batteries, right? And hence, there is a lot of interest which is being generated in nickel. Okay. Okay, since we are talking about it, let's look at Godrej CP also. Godrej Consumer Products, very good company. Right now, a little tired, had run up a lot. Kind of stagnant at the moment. Let's look at a longer term view, 1 week. Not looking good at all. I mean, in the sense that your weekly mein, each candle is a weekly, right? And we thoda tired hai. Let's look at a monthly view. See, all these, what I'm showing is what you guys can do, right? खुद ब खुद view मिल जाएगा. Again, monthly is not at all a good view. Monthly means this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, not a good view at all. Godrej CP is tired at the moment. ठीक है? Godrej Properties. Property shares unlockdown के कारण they all shot up. Oberoi Realty, Shobha, again monthly देख रहे हैं. Okay, again tired. Godrej Properties बहुत जबरदस्त. मतलब it ran up so much that now it is giving back. Okay, so again that is why I said that it is very important to know when to enter a share. So here you see, from whatever we have just discussed, this is a bull flag. So it shot off from a bull flag. Beautiful trade. Now if I see here reversal pattern, what is this called? This is looking like a shooting star. Okay, and a combination is basically evening star. See, it always tells you here, look at this. It told you here कि ये गिरने वाला है. Syntax, well destroyer. I'm assuming Syntax Industries, right? Syntax Industries. This is all operator manipulated, right? Yeah, Meenakshi view on penny stocks is that they are extremely dangerous. That's like the first point I said. Do not, treat the market like a gambling adda. If you treat it like a gambling adda, then it will be like that only. So this Syntax, what to do? Throw it. It's bekar. It's kachra. Absolutely kachra. This is continuous lower circuits. Here it was continuous. This is all speculatory. One of the best examples is TTML. Everybody jumped into Tata Teleservices. Coming. Tata Teleservices, boss, 291. I'm telling you, this is going to fall till 41. Take my words. 41. Reason being that this company has got nothing. It is Tata Docomo, which has been sold to Bharti Airtel for 0. Right? It only has a debt associated. That debt was moved across as equity to the government. So this everybody became a fool. They said भागेगा 7 से 291. अब यहाँ पे announcement आ गई कि the government को stake दे दिया, which is priced at 41 rupees. तो ये जिस कंपनी का पदार्थ ही नहीं है, it has got no produce, it has got nothing. How do you think that guy is going to survive? It is going to fall all the way to 41. And if you ask the question, RM, what do I do? Sell out? You can't even sell out. It's in lower circuit. There are only sellers. Where are buyers there? Kahan hai buyer? Nothing. Right? So when you play with fire, Trident Meenakshi is an excellent company. Trident is an excellent company. It call was given at 20 rupees. It went all the way to 60 something. Right now also it is at 60. So it had gone all the way to 70. Wow. So Trident is an excellent company in the textiles arena, and a very good stock to hold for the long term. Trident zarur dekho, it's good. RM, you can't exit. The moment you get a chance to exit, please exit. But you can't exit. Right? Because there are you and everybody who's bought Syntax wants to sell. So in the market, you can only sell if there is a buyer. Okay. Amit Kumar, no, before that HCL Tech. Okay. The whole IT. Oh, sad. Okay. One thing which I can show you, if you look at the index, Nifty IT, you can also do this as a study. See, Nifty IT itself, Nifty IT is an amalgamation of all, right? So, see, I'll teach you one more magic. Here, you can go and put a array. Chalo, koi nahi. I'll put a 8 blocker. So, I put Nifty IT, okay? Nifty IT, daily chart. Mara, now let me put some components. Nifty में बोलो फटाफट क्या क्या है? Sorry, IT में Nifty Tech, HCL Tech क्या बोल रहा हूँ? HCL Tech. Who else? Infi. अरे भैया अच्छा नाम बोलो. Very good. Tech Mahindra. पहले बड़ा पापा तो बोलो. TCS, the big daddy of IT. Okay. Then we'll put Tech Mahindra as somebody has called out. These are all large cap IT names. We'll put some mid cap. Mid cap में बोलो. Mid cap में let's put Mindtree. Anybody else? Emphasis. And let's take one more name. Let me put another large cap, Wipro. So now, if you were to look at this, I put 8 shares, Nifty IT as the index, and then HCLT, Infosys, TCS, Tech Mahindra. Can you see that there is a common pattern, right? Whatever bada, this is the father, right? Nifty IT, not Nifty, Nifty IT. Whatever this index is doing, that's what all these shares, because they are basically part of this index. Should you be touching IT at the moment? I don't think so, boss. Right? Tata Elxsi has been going all the way left, right, and center. That was a call which was there. But you see this, you can all, if you have knowledge, look at any share, and right now it is telling you very clearly, boss, IT se thoda door hi raho. I'll show you one more thing which you guys can utilize. Okay, have you heard of the NSE India website? See this, go to NSE India, beautiful website. National Stock Exchange. RM, give me 2 minutes, ask the question again, because the questions are going up and down. But I'll just show you, I'm just giving you. So a webinar of 2 hours which you have invested your time in. I'm just showing you, what are things which there is so much to know in the stock market, right? Data agar pata ho na, where to look for, you will have lots of fun. And that is why I keep repeating that it is an exact science. Ruk jao bhai. Go for it. Need some water. Non-stop talking doesn't help. So see this. Lovely. Kahina, please make a note of what I'm doing. Okay, because I don't know how to put a link. For some reason, I'm not able to put the link. So NSE India website, go to market data, go to indices. क्लिक करो. ओके, यू गेट अ वेल्थ ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन हियर. यहां पे देखो, ये पहले सब दिखा रहा है ब्रॉड मार्केट इंडाइसेस. इफ आई क्लिक ऑन निफ्टी 50, आ रहा हूं सुभाष भाई, रुक जाओ. इफ यू क्लिक ऑन निफ्टी 50 क्लिक करते ही आपको निफ्टी के 50 शेयर दिख जाएगा एंड यू कैन इवन टेक अ डाउनलोड हियर. और ये सॉर्टेड है. यहां पे आप देखो, सुबह सुबह नहीं मतलब एंड में ये दिखा रहे हैं कौन सबसे ज्यादा भागा. इट शोज दैट एनटीपीसी रैन अप बाय 3.89%. ओके, बहुत बढ़िया. ये कौन सबसे ज्यादा भागा सब दिखा रहा है. इसको अगर मैं क्लिक करूं तो मुझे अल्फाबेटिकली दिख जाएगा. ये अल्फाबेटिकली आ गया. और अगर मैं परसेंटेज क्लिक करूं चेंज तो दिख जाएगा ये उल्टा हो गया. सबसे गंदा मारुति गिरा 3%. अब अगर वापस क्लिक करूं इट विल रिवर्स. सबसे ज्यादा एनटीपीसी भागा, यूपीएल भागा. ओके, वेरी गुड प्लेस. आई टॉक अबाउट अ ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रेटेजी अ लिटिल लेटर. यहां पे अगर मैं आगे जाऊं, आईटीसी आ गया. सो विल टॉक अबाउट आईटीसी इन अ मोमेंट. ओके, okay, all the shares are here. Now let me shut this and go back. So Nifty में as a methodology, Nifty 50 is basically 50 shares, and then you have mid cap, right? So इसमें you have Nifty 100, Nifty 200, Nifty 500, mid cap. ये सब best shares है in the stock market. You should basically trade on only this. ज्यादा कचरे में मत जाओ. ठीक है. Now what I wanted to show you, the reason I'm showing you this is if you scroll this down, ये आपको दिख जाएगा सेक्टोरल इंडाइसेस. यहां पे ओके, यहां पे आपको दिख रहा है. बहुत ही बढ़िया है. दिस इज अ डेली है तो आपको दिख रहा है निफ्टी बैंक गिरा. ऑटो कौन अच्छा किया? निफ्टी आईटी डिड वेल 1.13. ओके, सो एंड निफ्टी फार्मा ऑल्सो डिड वेल. दिस इज बेसिकली द डेटा फॉर फ्राइडे. सो व्हाई इज दिस? इसको क्लिक करो. यहां पे आपको दिख जाएगा. रीजन फॉर दैट इज बिकॉज द मिड कैप आईटी डिड एक्सट्रीमली वेल, राइट. कोफोर्स भागा 6.57%. एलटीटीएस, एलएनटी टेक्निकल सर्विसेज, माइंट्री, ये सब बढ़िया भागा. लार्ज कैप आईटी डिड नॉट रन. ठीक है. तो एचसीएल टेक थोड़ा सा किया. बट what is a little heartening to a question somebody has asked is that ये जो गिरे जा रहा है ना, अब slowly there is a reversal pattern which is coming up. Okay, so if the market decides to turn, IT will also turn very well. Okay, so this may be a good time to buy these shares. Okay, so अगर हम लोग वो पूरा डिटेल जो है इन्वर्टेड हैमर यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे भी दिख रहा है. So these are all giving reversal patterns. Okay, but ये जो गंदा गिरा ना यहाँ पे, this is where I would prefer to exit out. एक मिनट मूर्ति, give me 2 minutes. This is where I would prefer to exit out, which I have done by the way, and this is where I prefer to enter again. Okay, but lots and lots of things which the market tells you, it is about knowing where to look for this data. Okay, okay, so this as a trading strategy, just to tell you guys, the market is extremely unstable for in the morning, right? From when the market opens at 9:15 to about 10 o'clock, it is extremely unstable. So at about 9:45, right, you can actually go here and look at which are the ones which are running. So your choice, you can do this or you can do this. Let's say we'll go to Nifty 100. The guys which catch steam in the morning, normally tend to run the whole day. So see Apollo Hospital. Okay, it has done well. Let me open it in a different chart. right? So if you open it in the morning, this is a 15-minute chart which I'm showing you. So even if you had caught it here, you would have still got some points, right? Again, it depends how much of points you can get or not. But normally, this way of taking intraday trades helps. Okay. We'll just do ITC for a moment since he's asked ITC. ITC day chart. No charts. Let us add Bollinger. And let us add let us add stochastics. So ITC basically, so I'm answering both the questions of ITC somebody has asked, and I'm answering RM. How to identify? See, RM, you have to look at a combination, right? So you are seeing at the Bollinger. So this is what I teach in terms of my trading system. But I'm just giving you, what all you can look at. I'm using 3 conditions, right? Let's say here it has turned around, right? Here it has turned around, and I see a reversal pattern here, right? I see something which is called as a morning star. So this is showing that ITC is in a reversal. Now the range is still here, 225. Kuch zyada ITC anyway doesn't run about a lot, but this is a good way to see whether it is reversing or not. Okay. I can then go ahead and do a longer term analysis of looking at what is showing in a weekly, right? So weekly also, if I were to look at it, it's like a hammer. Yeah, so weekly shows much better. So weekly is also showing that it is reversing around. So I would feel that ITC has got a potential of up to 250 in a weekly basis. Weekly as in, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि एक साथ हो जाएगा. It can go till here. Okay. If I then look at monthly में it is in a consolidation right now, not looking extremely strong. Okay. So my great long-term view is not good, but my mid to short-term view or ITC is that it has got chances of going up. Same we look at Capgemini. Capgemini share है. Capgemini. India में तो है नहीं. Capgemini is not listed in India. Sun Pharma. Let us look at Sun Pharma. क्या लग रहा है? Beautiful. See again. How do you catch stocks? RM. We'll come to that in a moment. How do you fundamental analysis? So fundamental analysis is based on knowing about the share. Okay, where can we go and look at data? Everybody has money control. Money control. So Murthy, if you look at money control and you pick up a share, Murthy, which stock? Tell me any stock. Star. अच्छा stock बोलो यार. मुक्ता. बस अच्छा नहीं है. I mean, yeah, let's say HCL Info. HCL Info तो बिल्कुल ही अच्छा नहीं है, बेकार कंपनी है. HCL Technologies is a good company. So here is where you can do a lot of fundamental analysis, right? You can look at multiple aspects. Here, if you go to Money Control Pro gives you. So here also you can see a synopsis, right? the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Right? Amazing amount of information which is available where you can go and look at it. Okay, it also gives you. Okay, you'll have to go to Money Control Pro for all that data. This is one way of looking at. Now the question which you asked is, how do I go and search? Somebody asked, right? How do I go and search for which stocks to look at? So Priyanshi said that Sharda Crop is at a 52-week high. Let us look at 52-week high. Yeah. So Priyanshi, what is your point? It's at a 52-week high. I can see it's at a 52-week high. But what is the reason you feel it will continue going up? Is it backstop? Is there any fundamentals you know about the company? Any good news that you feel it will go up further? Just because it has a 52 high doesn't mean it will keep continuing going up, right? It's already gone up a lot. Remember that it has gone up from, let's say, year. This is a daily. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it has gone from somewhere like 350 to 600. Nearly doubled in 5 days. It can't go up forever, right? It will take a break. So right now to enter may be risky. Maybe you want to wait for a dip. Or keep looking at it. Right? But the whole aspect of trading also is to, take a judgmental call, whether you want to jump in into everything or look at, what is the right place to enter. So if you enter here, anybody who enters here, the risk of it falling is higher. Okay. HPCL, BPCL, they are very good companies. BPCL has got more power than HPCL. I'm opening BPCL because of the divestment discussions which are going on. Not looking strong at the moment on a daily chart. Let us look at HPCL. Let us see what HPCL is telling us. Hindustan Petroleum. Yeah, much better. Okay. Not very strong, but it is at least better because it's showing an uptrend. Okay, cool. We did this, we did this, we did this. Now we'll talk about one aspect which people have asked, that how do you look for shares, right? So one of the best ways to look for shares is using scanners and screeners. Anybody has heard of scanners and screeners? Okay, one I use is charting, the other is which I use is top stock research, right? We'll open both. So if you look at the scanners, you can basically have rules. Yeah, scanners can be used for everything. This is a scan which I use for reversals. Again, it has to. So let's say we are in lower Bollinger Bands. Let's see if we can catch any shares. Okay, here we have these guys which have come up in the scanner. Okay, so let us look at them. SBI card. No, this is free. If you do end of day, it is free. If you want it for intraday or live market, then it is paid. But if you are doing after market hours, it is free. So see, this is already showing that it has reversed from the lower, right? So instead of going through tons and tons of share, you can easily find out which are we have just reversed. What else was there? Okay, we'll look at this. Persistent Manappuram Finance. scanners are not to be used in isolation. They are something which we use to identify shares, right? And then we have to go through our whole system. Dekho, hammer, reversal. This is where you can find out, rather than going through every share, you can find out which ones have a probability of doing well. Petronet LNG. Petronet LNG. Again, right? Oh, Bhaiya, Murti, Ratan India. Ratan India, how far will it go? Let us look at Ratan India. I am assuming we are talking about Ratan India Power or Enterprises. Which one? Enterprises at 60 odd? 54, gir gaya. See, again, it's a penny stock. I had Ratan India, which somebody told me and I sold it. And I'm not a very big fan of penny stocks, but right now it is showing an uptrend, which you can look at. And if I look at okay, weekly study, okay, weekly is not at all good. Daily, monthly study, monthly is okay, not something which I'm very, very confident about. Here also there is something else which is there, which is called Fibonacci, which you can deploy. So let's draw Fibonacci here and see if it gives you. Let me draw one as a retracement and see if we can define anything. Scratchy. Okay. So Fibonacci is an automatic way of drawing support and resistances. Again, needs some practice to be able to draw well. Right now, it took support at this level, which is basically the 0.38%, and it is taking at the next level. So if it crosses above this line, it can go up. Right now, it can come back. So right now, it is not definable in the way I look at it. But yeah, it's a speculatory stock. It doesn't have very, very good fundamentals behind it. Okay. So coming back to the scanners, you can utilize this scanner. The other one, again, it is part of our paid course to, explain how to use the scanners. The other one, which I like, I'm just showing that to you, is basically Top Stock Research. This one again is free, which you can open. Just remember Top Stock Research. In the morning, you will see, when you open it, which are the shares which are running. ऊपर ही आ जाएगा daily का, right? By technical strength, ये भी आ जाएगा. Everything is possible here. And if you go and look at again, right, running the scans. Okay, so this one I have is a paid version. So I'm just going to open to something which I already have. But a lot of things are possible even in the free version. Okay, so let's say I want to look at the Bollinger Squeeze, which is there. So see escorts. यहाँ पे निकल के आ गया escorts. Okay, let me open escorts. See, Bollinger Squeeze. Bollinger Squeeze means that there is a good chance of escorts, jumping up. Right now it is going down, so you don't know whether it's going to go down or go up. But you found what is in a Bollinger Squeeze. So if you are a shorter, you can go ahead and short escorts. Okay. So again, scanners and screeners are something which are lovely. Instead of tracking everything, you can run the scanners. Let's say I do this on a weekend normally, and then identify what I'm going to focus on for the next week. Okay. Okay, so Bollinger. So after the indicators, lot of indicators are there which we go through. Then we have the trading strategies where I just showed you without going into it, the scanner screeners, and then the NSE part, right? And then we have our trading system, which I'm not going to go into here. It's not here. But there are lots and lots and lots of things which you can do. Like there is something which is called as an opening range breakout strategy. Uh, Tons and tons of things which you can do in the stock market if you have the knowledge. Okay, and that is what you got to learn. So what do we have? We have two courses which we run. Just to give you a spiel on that. This is our feedback. We've gone through trainings for students, multiple students, and we have my oldest student is 72 years old, and my youngest is about 18. I'm assuming they're 18. They're not lying about their age, and so there are tons and tons of students. There, as in actual students, people who are there uh, from all walks of life. This lady, for example, Mona, is basically a housewife, and she has just started, and she did a profit of $2,000 on Friday, and it's so I said, I'm really proud of you, Mona. I mean, you're great, because as a housewife, she wants to prove herself, right? So this is the same for people who are in a job and they want to have additional alternative source of income. People who want to have a source of income, right? All these people who are there. Now the shares note, I think the recording is going to be there in YouTube. Notes also will get shared. I'm not sure about that, but I think they will. Okay, and so what do we have? We have first our whole course on how to become a successful trader. And trust me, we make you a successful trader. You're there for handholding in the group, and you are given inputs. You can ask questions at any point of time, and you can keep learning life. Okay, so all these aspects of what we do, candlesticks, whatever I've gone through, the usage of the platform. It's very important to know different aspects of Zerodha also. The GTT trade, the stop loss trade. How to go through different angles of how to use Zerodha to the maximum. Zerodha has a lot of other things also, like Sensible is there, etc., which are lot of things are free. Is it live? No, I have live classes at the moment, RM. Live in the sense it is done on Skype or Zoom. They're all batches, but a lot of attention which is given to students so that not only during the class but even post. And like you've seen that even in this 2-hour yakking which I've done, it's very easy to interact with me, very approachable, and I make people extremely comfortable. The whole aspect where I state is that you're not here to do painting or cooking, because what will happen in painting, your drawing will go bad, your cooking, your food will go bad. We are here for trading. We are here to make money, right? And hence, in trading, your margin of error is very, very low. You need to be extremely sure about what you are going to do. Extremely important, right? Uh, the other one which is there is the next course. Normally, everybody comes, does the first course, and then does the second course a little later, much later. I don't. I basically tell them not to do it unless they become a good trader. So that is FNO trading, two parts related to futures and related to options, right? Again, there we go to the whole thing about what are option chain, what is open interest, everything which is there in. And again, a lot more complicated to learn FNO, but not impossible. But that's also a lot of fun to learn. Okay, and nearly everybody who's gone through the courses has done. I say nearly everybody because there are certain people who also ultimately give up. Not give up because of not making profits, etc. That they still are steadfast and they stick to it, but they give up because they're suddenly the priorities change, they get into a new job, there is no time, etc., etc. So but even then they still stick to positional trading or investment trading, right? So that's also good. The market is something which is very, very rewarding, and one should be associated with it. Okay, and so we are at the end of our webinar. We have 4 minutes to go. We can all drop off, or if you want to go ahead and ask any final questions, feel free to do so. Okay, we have given the contact number at the bottom, and we have given the email ID. All people who have attended will definitely get the notes, or they'll reach out. Everything RM, you can reach out to the numbers given. That will be handled by the team, who will go ahead and do everything. Please show earning and portfolio. Definitely, if you attend the course, everything will be there. Earning and portfolio. We do keep giving screenshots all the time. There is a Telegram channel also which is there, and we keep giving screenshots. We should actually put it here, but no problem. We'll put it later on. So earnings are extremely good. People keep hitting sixers. Okay. Do I have something to show? Let me see. One of the groups which are there. By the way, with the dunking, the market has shown some people are making good. Okay, let's see. This is Mona, who is basically so Dehadi of 2138, small. This one is Rishikesh. Okay. So he did a good one, which is 40,000 in a single trade for Atul. Okay, this is great. He got hit badly on IX, but he did a good job here. Then this buddy is Gagan. So he did 3,800 on Bajaj Finance and a day back. So this is all homework basically which he sent. And okay. He did a 26,000 again on Bajaj Finance on shorting it while it was going down. Okay, so a lot of people who are there and a lot of trade which are there. Not going to go into details. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. RM, the whole aspect of, not putting targets, SL and current market buy, the reason for that is that you will see that whatever I call out, they keep going up, right? Rarely do they go down or vice versa. But the point here is that, if you don't learn, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, you should never ever depend on, tips or going through, those kind of things. Try to learn. That is what is most important. Okay. Okay, guys, we are at 2 o'clock. Hard stop. Not hard stop. I want all of you to go and have lunch. Thank you so much for your time. And, the Trade Scratch team will ensure that we are all connected. Priyanshi, thank you so much for your time. Amit, Kumar Dubey, Balaji, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Priyanshi, thank you for sharing Sharda Crop. Let me tell you, everybody, that whenever you go a good, so that's what we do in the group. Please call out the share. Let everybody make money. अच्छी बात है. Market में जितना ज़्यादा लोग run after a share ना, that is where the share will go up further. Okay, guys and girls, take care. Bye bye. Subhash, thank you so much. Bye, Amit.